In this presentation, we will talk about why you should take notes and also annotate text and how to do so. What is most efficient for your brain to process information? Why should you take notes? It helps your memory and attention. When reading information or listening, your brain takes a vacation without you. The next thing you know, you don't remember what you read or what was lectured. When you take notes or annotate, this helps foster comprehension and understanding. It helps you identify what you do and don't understand. With better attention, you have a better chance of retaining the information in your long-term memory. We can be poor judges of when we are learning well or not. When you go slow or take your time, you can feel like you aren't learning. But that's not true. The more difficult the information or process to understand it, when it gets to long-term memory, it stays longer. Annotating or writing in the book and why. Annotating is writing in the book while you are reading. It is a form of engagement or active reading. You are essentially in a conversation with the author. Annotating has a strategy. Growing up, they tell you not to write in your book as they are reused over the years. In college, you buy your books and you own them most of the time. You can use them as a tool to obtain information and process it. This helps focus your attention where it needs to be, make sure you are actively reading versus passively, and it helps you know if you understand or not. It is also cheaper than doing book by back. You may want to keep the condition pristine to return the book. However, the cost of retaking a class is more expensive than selling your book back with no writing in it. How should you take notes? Research shows taking notes by hand is the best. When you type, it can be mindless and you are just transcribing information. It is often copying. When you do by hand, you can't go as fast, and so the brain analyzes and synthesizes information. If taking notes electronically, use some strategies to make it active learning. One big thing is using your own words as much as possible. Don't just type what is given. Use visuals. Anytime you can add a shape or doodle, it will help. You can insert them virtually as well. But the visuals must be directly linked to the content to be of benefit. Don't just put pretty graphics, it can distract. Use a template for consistency. Research doesn't say one is better than the other. Your brain likes consistency, so whatever you choose, just keep using it. You can have different templates for different subjects. Ask your instructor what they recommend for their content. Annotating guidelines. Always look at the titles and turn them into questions. It primes your brain to read the rest of the information. In each passage and paragraph, find the topic and underline it. Circle key words you know you're going to need and cue words. If there are listed items, number them to help your brain. If the author gives examples, mark it in some way to help your brain process this example. In the margins, you can write any questions you have and use abbreviations. Use bullet points underneath. Don't forget to write out any definitions or key terms you may need to know. One method of taking notes is the Cornell method. This is a way to organize your notes and maximize active learning. At the top of the page, you will put your topic, your name, and page numbers. On the left side, you can add key topics or questions you have or need to know. Keep spacing in between. On the right side is your notes you are taking. Usually words or phrases, not complete sentences. Be sure to format it in your own words as much as possible. You can use bullet points. Summary is at the bottom of the page, and in your own words, summarize the information in your notes in full sentences in 2 to 3 sentences. The goal is to not fill every single line, or it will be difficult to summarize. You can also do note-taking within shapes. This can be effective, but don't get so wrapped up in the shape that you lose sight of what you're doing. In conclusion, note-taking helps keep your attention focused where it needs to be, and you can monitor your comprehension of the material. Effective note-taking uses your own words, uses a consistent format, integrates visuals, and is mostly done by hand.